You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Wow. Can you feel that? Did you feel that?
What?
It's that slight tremor. Wow. It started. Everybody's packing. They're getting ready to head over to San Diego Comic-Con next weekend. That's what's happening. Are you going? Maybe you'll see everybody that you want to see there. Like our special guest tonight is Beth Sotelo. She will be there along with Fang Fang. She's headed over there too. They are both here tonight, along with Cat Mouse. She is back. We're happy to have her. And Erwin Papa. And of course, fresh from last week, Trish Forster will also be down in San Diego too. All right. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this short commercial intro. All right. Call your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your dads, your friends. Get them to hit that follow button so that way we can continue to bring you wonderful shows like we have going on tonight and all week long. All right. Now, we do have a bunch of giveaways. And what you want to do to get in on that giveaway, and we've got quite a few tonight, put in #EXP Grump. Okay, that's a capital G on that. And that is because our special guest, her special book is called Grump. So we're going to honor her with that. So we want to say hello to Stevie B. He's in the house. Mel is always asking me to feel things. I don't know if we want to get started that early. Hey, Steve, Derek, Kenneth, glad to see all you guys here tonight. We've got a special show going on, and we hope you guys are going to enjoy it. And who is that, Moggy?
This stupid dog. Just
What? What do you mean, stupid dog?
it wants to be like.
Wants to be in the show?
Yeah, wants my attention. Very very needy.
It's
Name
a very
is
needy
Daisy.
dog.
Daisy.
Her name is Daisy. She's about 9 years old.
10 and a half.
Okay, 10 and a half. She belongs to a good friend of ours from Hawaii who is staying with us for a very short while her apartment gets ready for her to move into. And hopefully we'll be able to get her on the show one of these days. She's actually an editor for Webtoons. And what are you going to be drawing tonight, Mog?
Batman.
Huh?
Batman.
Oh, Batoman. Okay, Batoman is going to be starting at 50. Okay, all right. Okay, got that. All right, so uppercase, lowercase doesn't work. So you can just put that in as #EXP Grump in lowercase if you want. And that will get you in the drawing, just like Lyle Hobson did. Glad to have you here tonight.
Thank you, Lyle.
All right. We also have some claims that we're going to be putting out there. And let's see if we can get that to we'll show that in a bit. But let's bring out our special guest tonight, Beth Sotelo. Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for inviting me to this.
Oh, we are happy to have you. Are you ready for next weekend?
Yeah.
Not at all. Oh my gosh, stomach. I keep thinking I've done this for, so many years. I should have it down by now, but every year it's just like, oh no, it's the biggest show.
When was the first time you went to San Diego as a professional?
As a professional, I went with Top Cow in, I think, 2000 or 2001. Mm-hmm. And I was just hanging out behind the booth and selling things for Top Cow. At that time, I was a production person trying to be a colorist. So that was
Right.
24 years ago, I guess. And then I think it was in 2013 or 14 that's when I got my first Artist Alley table.
Ah, okay, nice. Right, and I can tell you the same thing. I've been doing. I've been at San Diego since like 1988, and it's never. You're never ready. You know,
I
you've done it
know.
like so many times, and you think that okay, I know exactly what to do. Sure, it's a little bit easier, but
Mhm.
the volume of work that you do to get ready is still there.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to decrease at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to hear more about that. Um,
Mhm.
but right now, let's bring out another guest that will be going out to San Diego, Trish Forstner, who was also here last week and just got her new color of her hair. She's all ready.
Love it.
You'll be able to
Pop in
spot
that
me in that
color.
giant crowd.
Yeah.
And that's one way how to stand out.
I've only ever been there one time,
Oh,
and it
really?
was when Stray Dogs was up for the Eisner back in 22.
Ah,
So
mhm.
that's when I went to San Diego for the first time, and it was wild. So
Yeah.
this time, we lined up some signings. We've got some, got some work to do. We got some panels to do. So I'll be busy while I'm out there, but I'll also be shopping because
Mm.
huge. I already ordered stuff for pickup from people. I'm just like, let me go. Let me just be a huge nerd the whole time. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A
I'm
little
looking forward to it.
break from what's going
Mm.
on, too, around us. So definitely good. And I forgot to ask Beth, for our audience, what will you be drawing tonight?
Oh, I will be drawing. Let's see. It is 1,000,000 degrees in the Inland Empire. So I'm going to cool myself off with drawing this frustrated Grump in a deflating little inner tube, just having a harump of a time. And yeah, I'm going to do it in ink, some Copic marker, and a little bit of watercolor embellishment in the background.
Wow.
Okay,
That's amazing.
great. Yeah, I didn't know that you were in the Inland Empire.
Oh, it's we've been here for about 9 months. We used to live in
Oh,
San Diego,
oh, okay.
so it's a little bit of a temperature shock.
Yeah, that definitely it is. Today was actually not as bad. Um, get ready for it to get a little worse as we get into like August and September. It's going to go higher.
Yeah.
All right. And for Grump, what would you like the starting bid to be on that?
I'd say 50.
Okay.
Let's try 50.
All right, 50 it is. And Trish.
I'll be drawing first. If I have time, I'll do two, but I might not. I'm drawing Bitewing on a Stray Dogs cover. It'll be the first time I've drawn Bitewing. I love this dog. He's my favorite tripod. He's my favorite tripod right now, or she's my favorite
Okay.
tripod. Very cute pupper from the
Okay.
DC universe.
And is that starting out at 50 as well?
Yes, all mine
Okay.
usually start at 50.
Okay. All right. All right. And we also have another fan favorite of ours is Cat Mouse is also with us, and we're happy to have her.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Are you going to San Diego this year?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
The
fantastic.
absolute insanity that is that show.
No, that's only what your second show this year or third show?
I think it's only the second show. Yeah, I was doing a lot of catch up on commissions because I got really sick last year. So I was just like, okay, it's just one or two. That way I can catch up on stuff.
Right. And you'll be hooking up with your dad, of course.
Oh, yeah. And Dad and I will be going around. We have a couple signings at a couple booths, but for the most part, we'll just be running around being free agents, enjoying the show.
Oh, nice. That's the way to do it. That's definitely the way how to do it. And you're working on is it a 9x12 Monster Girls?
Yes. I always love drawing Monster Girls. This one, she's like a jellyfish. So I'll be doing this one in full ink.
Great. And that starts at 20, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, and then now next we have is Fangs. or I'm sorry, I call her Fangs, but this is Fang Fang. Okay, she just had a fantastic show in Denver, and she just got back from SuperCon, and now she's also getting ready to do San Diego. How she has that much energy, boy, it sure helps it when you're young. Are you ready?
We're young at heart.
Yeah. Are you ready for that show, Fang?
Still organize all my plans. Yeah, you can see my floor.
Wait, but you just finished a show. You should be organized already, right?
But I have to reorganize, counting how many books and how many product I should bring there. So
yeah, I know.
Floor is.
I know. It's the same here. Yeah, even though you think that you've got, okay, I've got everything all packed. I should be just ready to go, but that's not the case. And what will you be drawing today?
Ask audience what they want.
Okay, all right, audience, you hear that? If you have suggestions on what you would like Fang Fang to draw, go ahead and put that into the comments, and we'll see if we can figure that out in the Soldier Boy. Her favorite character right now is Soldier Boy, but you wanted to be something else, though. Go ahead and put that in there. Right. Well, let's see what those comments come up as. All right, last but not least, someone I don't think I've had him on my show that we've hosted, but he has been to SketchUp before, and that's Erwin Papa. How you doing, guy? And he is working on God, I'm not really sure. Oh, he's working on a Psylocke. Yeah, there you go. And it starts out at 50. He has some audio problems. Hopefully he can get that fixed before the show is over. Sign language, buddy. Sign language.
How about now?
All right.
He can
so
talk
low?
now. Oh, it's good.
Okay, good.
Hooray.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm drawing
Got that
silent.
pumping. All right.
Hi, everybody.
All right. And like I said, we had some claims, so let's go ahead and show those right now. There's actually, I think, like 6 of them, and there's one right there, Steampunk Darth Vader from Mog on a 12x18 canvas for 200. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and claim that in the comments.
Dang, Mog, that looks wild.
And there's Reven, one of her popular ones.
Wow. Thank you.
Same price. Boom. And Princess of Mars. This is on a 12x8 for 100. And Steampunk Lady Blackhawk for 100 as well. And Erwin Papa also has a couple, some sketch cards that he did. And there they are. We have Optimus Prime and Catwoman. And those are $20 each, correct?
Correct. Yeah, 20 each.
Right. So if you want any of those, go ahead and claim those in the comments. And don't forget to put in #EXP Grump to get you qualified for the free drawings coming up later on tonight. Okay.
I feel honored.
Of course.
Yeah. Grump, his namesake gets to be issue the winning prize.
That's right. Okay. So tell us more about Grump, what he's all about.
Grump started out as a drawing exercise. I wanted to do animation really bad in high school. So at high school, I took a bunch of classes for traditional animation, and it started pretty quickly going to CG, and I was a lot less interested in that. So while I was kind of looking for a creative outlet to make into a career, I kind of found comics and doing coloring, but I always felt like I wanted to get my toe into drawing. I didn't want that skill to go away. So I started an art blog, and Grump turned into this swirly of things that I was into at the time. And one of them is pufferfish. I super like pufferfish. They're wide set eyes and an itty bitty mouth. But that mixed with that band Gorillas, I liked them a lot. And my Grandpa Max. My Grandpa Max he's got this super square jawline and a comb over with like these two hairs. So I somehow those were just things that I was thinking of, or aesthetics, just like super vague things that I wasn't even thinking about, and kind of ended up influencing the look of Grump. And I started drawing him in 2007, I believe, was the first post on my blog for him. And I took him to a lot of conventions. Oh, here, I'll show you. Let's see. Here he is. So I took him to so many conventions. And what I would do is I would use his likeness and dress him up for commissions. Like it would be him doing his cosplay version of like Batman, and his friend would do her cosplay version of Periwinkle. I mean of like Wonder Woman. And I did that for a few years before I decided to actually write a story for him. So I ended up publishing Grump, his little tale of loneliness and making friends that kind of bring this chaos into his life, where kind of they have adventures, and it's sort of like Grump learning how to be a little human and a friend, and hoping that things don't go too sideways for him.
Right. But now, how many books or issues do you have out on Grump?
It's just the one. Book 2 has been in the works for a while. So it's 3 issues planned. They're all standalone stories, so there's no cliffhangers you're going to be waiting on for a while. But yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Okay, the fantastic. Did you publish those yourselves, right?
I did, yeah. And it's last year I got it translated into Japanese. So there's a Japanese version wandering around somewhere.
That's right. Yeah, we saw that cover. If you can bring that up. There you go. There it is.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And if you can bring up some of the interior pages, JD, let's take a little sampling of that. Of course, it's nicely colored.
It's funny because I was thinking every step of the way of this book, I always thought, all right, this is the hard part. The rest is easy. And then none of it was easy. I got to the coloring thinking, I got this. This is what I do for a living. And it was still like that page took forever. Everything, it was such a worthy investment of time, though. So I'm pretty excited to get the next book done.
And when are you looking to get that done? Do you have a target date?
I don't have one yet. It's been like a slow roll. So I want to get a lot of it done before I make announcements. That way everybody is, not waiting after some announcement. So the announcement will be, it's ready.
Okay. How much help does Joel give you? Does he give you a lot?
You know what we do? We'll go to each other's desks and we'll say, how's this? And when Joel does it to me, he brings some warm-up sketch that he's doing, and he'll look at my face more than he listens to what I say, because if my reaction is kind of bland, he'll know that he needs to go back to the drawing board. And I'll give my opinion about it. It's usually maybe he was drawing some things, they were beautiful, but my comment was her face isn't selling me anything. She doesn't look deadly. She needs to have this emotion. So I'm not super helpful with my feedback. And he kind of does the same. He's more helpful though. He'll just say, maybe if my figure might be too stiff, and he'll do some gesture lines, and then I'll just kind of erase it and go back over it. But yeah, all those backgrounds in the book are me. He's, you know what it is? That one. I've been in a bunch of bullpens at different studios where I'm just surrounded by really good, hardworking artists, including Joel. And it kind of made me think, you need to be good. I didn't want to embarrass myself. I wanted to be a part of this phenomenal group of artists. So that was me trying my best to use all my perspective techniques.
Right, right, which is good, which is interesting, because when Mog was on Game of Thrones, right, there was one year where all she did was backgrounds
Oh,
because there was a lot of the she was I guess the best in the studio at that time that could do it,
hmm
and they were having her do it all for one story, which is a long story, which is the Dance of Dragons, which is funny because that's what they're actually doing now in the live action. But yeah, it's really important that you have some of that background that helps to tell the story. You don't want to leave it totally blank. The more
yeah.
information you can put in there, it enhances the world and also the perspective of the character of what they're going through. So yeah, that's always
Yeah,
a good thing.
it's my favorite thing. I always keep going on and on about world building because I
Hmm.
will be so enamored with this artist, and they could be whatever level of their artistry, they could be young or whatever, but when they really sell me on the idea of this character exists in a world, and this is what they do, this is how they feel, and in backgrounds, they really help to like cement that character or
Yeah,
that thing in reality. And so many people just become overwhelmed by it because it's a lot of work.
yeah,
But if you kind of embrace it, you don't have to draw every single window and every
no,
single tree. You can kind of cheat it with like the illusion of detail. Mark Silvestri used to do his backgrounds where it looked super detailed and just really
yeah,
rich with all kinds of lines. But then if you look,
hmm
he's not drawing every single little, window and
no,
debris. So it's the illusion of detail, but it still helps to sell the world building. I like that.
right, very good. And who are your influences? Who do you? I mean, coming from Image, I know there's got to be a bunch there, but who else do you have as that's influenced your art?
Let's see. The watercolor artist Tony Sandoval, I believe his name is. He did Doom Boy.
Yeah.
I really like that look, and I like the skinny wiggly lines, and I like the dirty watercolor palette,
Hmm.
and I like the tone and the attitude of it. Um, so the things that I look at, they're not super cartoony cutesy because I don't want any help going in that direction. I want to take the cute and give some like I want to grime it up a little, make it look.
Uh-huh.
He's Grump, right? He's not supposed to be having his best day all the time. So I like to just look at artists who will help me dirty things up and keep it energetic, something like that, rather than looking at my favorite, Pixar animation stuff, which is great
Your
storytelling but super clean.
your
Hmm.
process is a lot similar to mine in that regard. Um,
Really,
in that, like I you said you come from animation, right? You know that kind of
I
feel.
wanted I wanted to. I tried, and this
I
this is as
Yeah,
close as I got. Let's
that's what
see.
I wanted to do. I even went as far as taking some mentoring classes with Don Bluth, which I thought was really like freaking out of this world, like
Oh,
amazing.
really?
Yeah, and it was in his early days of starting his online mentorship thing. Now you got to pay like thousands of dollars and go to Arizona to do it, but like I ain't got that. So,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
but he said nice things about my character design work, and that was like, all I needed. I could retire. But anyway, my influences are in animation, so I bring that into my work, but I don't specifically watch their work because I don't need help getting in that direction,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that you saying that you don't really like you don't really like use those influences into your work. But
Yeah, it's
you like those
trying to
people, but you don't use those influences, like, you don't reference them specifically.
exactly. You're trying to pull yourself away from your habits to just keep it interesting and fresh.
Mhm.
So that's what I think anyway.
I thought that was interesting.
Now, Trish, where did you say you went to school?
Oh, I did, some mentorship classes online with Don Bluth.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, back in the day. That was like the closest thing to art school I got. I didn't go to art school or like animation school or anything like that. I wanted to do those things, right? And I was very heavily inspired by animation my entire career, or my entire life.
Okay. Now,
Like
do you think it's important for an aspiring artist to go to school and get that education?
I feel like every artist needs to know the basics, right? Like, general perspective, anatomy, different techniques. So like you pretty much get those basic techniques in like high school art class. Like that's where I got all my knowledge, and then everything else was self-taught.
Yeah, you have to learn the rules so you can break them.
Yeah,
Right,
you gotta learn the rules so you can,
Yeah, that way you understand, and then you can understand why you're breaking it and why that's the right direction to go in.
Right. So you need.
But then, I guess I'm trying to figure out, because I've had this discussion so many times with different people. Is it really important to go through an art program, or can you just learn this on your own? I understand that you do want to understand the basic anatomy perspective and all that.
It's like any other craft, right? It just like study and practice, just like Dr. Strange said. You gotta you can pick it up. I think I always say anybody can draw. Like even like when anybody comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, I can't draw a stick figure." Yes, you can. You can draw. Yes, you can. Everybody can. Pick up a pencil. Pick up a piece of paper. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Like I learned to draw on that crappy newsprint stuff that came in like the palette book of like 300 sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom always got me that stuff because it was like, like cheap. This is cheap paper and I can give you a lot of it at one time. Here you go. Have fun. And, you'd fill up sketchbooks and sketchbooks. Take your little thing to the cafe, have some coffee, vibe out while you draw. It's fantastic.
Yeah. How about you, Kat? Did you learn from your dad or did you take classes?
I didn't take any classes either. I definitely was very inspired the whole time because I was able to be surrounded by art where it's he's been taking me to conventions since I was a fetus, and I've just been surrounded by the art my whole life, and I happen to enjoy art, so it just ended up being like, oh, awesome. So at school, it's like I took as much art as I could, but for me personally, I learned better on my own or by just doing things. So I would just make that happen where it's like I would go out and I just sit somewhere and I draw, or you just keep going, you find an artist you like, you find what techniques they have, and you slowly learn more that way. If somebody enjoys the structuredness of having a class, it definitely helps because you can kind of skip the having to make up your own lesson plan type of thing. But you don't need to go to art school. But if you enjoy it, then yeah, definitely go.
Yeah, I was actually I used to say that I think it's important to go through an art program, and I think I was just an old school guy, just believing that because that's how I've gotten all my degrees and everything and whatnot. So I was a firm believer in that. Right, and it's an argument that I would have with Mog, and the thing is that she's gone through a traditional art school, and so we would have this argument. But now that I've been doing this with Mog for such a long time, and I see how artists have progressed and how someone that is self-taught can learn, especially with the resources that we have today. So I've actually flipped and now agreed that you really don't need to go to an art program. You could learn this on your own, right?
And find the right mentors, and you talk to the right people, and you ask the right questions, and anybody will tell you anything. I mean, there used to be a time when like competitors almost would like gatekeep, because art and like comics can be a pretty competitive field. So like I feel like they could gatekeep their sources, but eventually you'll get there. They're doing it out of fear,
Yeah. No, I've never felt that from the comic artists, right? And like I said, I've been going to the con since like 80 something. And I've always, even though I wasn't an artist, but I was always interested in it. And I love seeing the pencil work. And I would ask them questions all the time. And they gave that information up freely. There was I did not feel any sense of gatekeeping then, and I say that to a lot of people, like when I'm doing portfolio reviews. If you have any questions, don't feel free to ask any artist that you like. I haven't heard too much of an artist getting angry for asking questions about art. In fact, it's something that they thrill in, that they want to share, that somebody's interested in what they do and how they do it. So
my
don't be
favorite is
afraid.
when like kids ask questions about like what you're using and any techniques you can recommend to them, or like style, help with their style. Little kids, and they come up to me at shows, I'm just like blown away.
Dude, that was me like the entirety of my childhood. I would just run around Artist Alley and I go to each person individually with my little sketchbook, being just like how do you do this? How do you do this? And I just run down the line, and that's what I do. And then I'd practice it in my sketchbook, and I'd be like this, and I'd be like, almost.
You're almost there. You got it.
Yeah, and it's the coolest thing when they come back the next year and the next year, and they're getting better. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, or like years later, like we had met this one girl. I think she was like, I don't know, like maybe 11 or 12 at the time, in Puerto Rico, right? And then it's like 8-9 years later, we get a message from her saying that she was asking like some questions, and then she asked if remembered meeting her in Puerto Rico, and it took a little bit to juggle our memory, but we did remember, and because there was she actually came up to us, and they didn't have any money, and we were selling like this little doodle ashcan art book that we were selling at like $10, and she wanted it, so I just gave it to her. But she was very appreciative of that and remembered us, and we couldn't believe that she reached out to us and telling us that she's now going into art, all because of Mog.
It's such a huge like thing that you can impact somebody like that, and it's like it almost feels like a superpower.
It is.
Pass something on to somebody.
Right.
Not to like sound dramatic, but I mean, like, it's really cool to
it is.
impact somebody like that.
Right. It's very humbling, to when you get somebody that says these words to you, and you realize the kind of impact you made, right? And then and as you go through the years and you hear this from time and time again from different people, you're going, wow. It's inspiring. It's humbling. It makes you feel really, really good, right, Mog?
Yeah, but to answer Sean, that's not my dog.
Okay.
I can't believe it. This little fudger, this table is tilted. It's an art table with glass, right? She was lying on top of the sliding glass, all bunched up, and want to hog the entire here. Yeah, she's cute. She's really nice, but
okay. So my question is, how did she get on top of there?
She jumped on my lap, and then she jumped on the table, and then she just. But I'm really happy because the owner is back, and Sean is my friend's dog.
Right. Well, let's take a look
say
at
something
your,
like, "Oh, I don't even have a dog. This dog just showed up out of nowhere."
Oh, yeah, pretty much showed out of nowhere.
Let's take a look at your Batman.
Oh, I didn't get much more done. Why?
Let's see. I don't know. That looks like quite a bit right there. Okay.
Yeah, I love it when folks work on like different color paper too. That's so rad.
$50 opening bid on that if you want to bid on that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Trish, what she has. And whoa.
Oh, so cute.
An action pack.
I love that.
All right, Trish is also looking for a $50
Your character models are always so sharp.
Yeah, I agree. So nice.
Very clean.
So nice.
All
Yeah, Tony has a book coming out with Bitewing and the Super Pets, and I didn't get to do anything on it, so I'm super mad. So this is why I'm doing it.
So this is yours.
Your spite project.
My spite project, yeah.
Okay, let's look at cats.
That's where I am so far.
Doesn't really look like a monster.
pretty.
Oh, there you go. Now
Yeah,
we
there
see
we go.
that.
Yep. There we go. There's the monster part.
There's the monster part.
That's the deadly.
Okay, and that's the only looking for an opening bid of $20, guys. So put it in there. Okay.
So
And
deadly.
now, Fun. Oh, Fun. What did you decide? Did you decide what to draw?
Same.
Oh my God! It's a dog's night.
Oh, see?
Oh, it's
Ace.
Batman's dog.
Yeah, it's
Ace
Ace.
the Bat Hound.
Yeah, Ace, right? Ace the Bat Hound. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
It's Dog Heroes Night.
And that was, let's see.
But dogs are really great. Even though I did swear about, her being a little fudger, they're very positive.
Yeah,
So
you are a dog lover. Okay.
I
And
just like animals.
Fun, are you looking for an opening bid of 50 on that? What's your
Okay,
opening?
everybody's 50. Yeah.
Okay, 50. Okay, there you go.
Nice.
$50 for Ace if anybody wants that. And let's see. And Erwin, your 2 sketch cards are sold.
Look at how pretty that line art is for that hair.
And he's working on Psylocke. That's also looking for an opening bid of 50.
Thank you.
So if you want that, you can go ahead and put that in. That's right, Larry. Who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Ace the Bat Hound, the Bark Knight returns.
No kidding.
Ew.
Right.
And there's Beth. She's working on her Grump there.
There he
Looking
is.
pretty spiffy,
Look at
actually.
him, looking like a
Getting
cocktail.
grumpier by the minute.
I love the water wings.
Yeah. Here, there's a little problem with his inner tube there.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. a little dysfunction there.
Yeah. What's the temperature? You say it's 1,000,000 degrees, but seriously, what is the temperature there, Beth?
Well, I'm such a big baby. It's probably, let's see. Okay, today's not the hottest day, I guess. 86, my phone says.
What?
Where are
I
you
know.
located?
In the Inland Empire.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're just not used to it. It was actually a hot week last week, 100, upper 90s.
Yeah.
But we have really good AC, so I'm glad that you guys have a noise filter because I don't think I could stand turning it off. But we were in San Diego for probably I think 12 years, and we just weren't prepared.
Jeremy's watching from South Korea. Goodness.
Oh, Jeremy. 안녕하세요.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, Beth, welcome to the neighborhood. We're also in the Inland Empire.
Hey.
Yeah.
Huh? We're the same?
Yes. She said she's in the Inland Empire, but so are we. But the Inland Empire is a little big. But
It's a region.
Today it was 94 degrees.
94?
Yeah, that was the high.
So now it's winding down to 85, 84. So
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she said 86.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, if you want to put in an opening bid, go ahead and do so in the comments. And we will be right back after this commercial break.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning.
there's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Sketch Up tonight. We have the Beth Sotelo with us tonight, and if you are looking to get in on the freebie action tonight, you want to put in #EXP Grump because we are grumping it tonight.
Yay!
Yes, Grump.
And JD's right in there. He says, if you're the high bidder tonight, register here to finalize the purchase.
Yes.
Because that's the only way we know how to get this stuff to you, is especially if you get the giveaways. All right, so make sure you do that. There have been times where I haven't been able to mail anything out because I don't have your address.
Exactly.
Okay? And just because you filled it out before, don't think that I have it. I might not. But I am all caught up with shipping everything out pretty much, so you guys should have everything except for two things, but I've contacted those people. All right. So what else can you tell us about Grump, Beth?
What can I tell you?
What is the story about in this first issue that you have?
It starts off with just him alone in his little room drawing. He's like this obsessive compulsive kind of art maker and he's looking for his dog, and most of these pictures here are of his dog and him having adventures. There's like a chef dog, and there's a fireman dog. Wow. And it's a huge part of his life, and he's just this lonely little kid in the beginning of it, kind of wondering like why even bother sometimes. So it just kind of has this quiet start. There's no dialogue. That's another thing that I wanted to explore. But he, through these weird circumstances, he ends up meeting these neighbor kids for the first time. So he's not really looking for friendship or anything, but it just kind of falls in his lap. And the whole story is exploring him just having these things happen to him and him learning how to just enjoy his little grump life and be a friend. It doesn't all go well.
No,
but,
I'm kind of. It's kind of interesting how he's drawing a bunch of dogs, and he has them on as well. And we've got several dogs being drawn right now.
Yeah, I like that.
We're very dog-centered group tonight.
Yeah.
Good.
And I don't know, Trish, every time when you come on, we seem to talk about dogs all the time.
I love dogs. Dogs are great.
No, they are. I love dogs myself. I like them more than cats, but I'm not saying that I hate cats either.
Really, Mel? Really?
No, I don't hate cats. I'm not particularly fond of them, although I do love watching all the videos, TikTok stuff that comes on, on my phone. Those are funny.
Orange
Thanks,
Cat
Mike.
Chaos is my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah, they are funny and hilarious. Uh, I love the way how they punch. Thanks, Mike. He just placed a bid on Cat's uh, um, Monster Girl there, so thank you for that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mike,
He
it's
is running the board right now. Let
very
me
good choice, Mike.
get that on here. There we
That
go.
kind of reminds me, Beth.
Yeah.
I'm almost done reading World War Z.
Oh, yeah. That's a good book.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that there was a book before the movie because I thought the
Oh my
movie was
gosh.
good, but the book is totally different. It's like a
Yeah.
docu-series.
I read the book first, and I was thinking, let's see. I was hoping that the movie was going to be. There's this mini series called Band of Brothers.
Yes.
It's really
Mhm.
good.
Oh,
I
love
was.
that.
It's good, right? I was hoping
Very.
that the World War Z movie was going to be
Oh
Band
my
of Brothers, but with zombies.
God, that would have been amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
6 episodes and make it like a docu-series.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from the book. So I was incredibly disappointed by the movie. But if you see the movie first, then it's a good action movie. So
Yeah. They just made it into an adventure type of action, but the
Mhm.
graphics are and I was laughing. It's exactly like what happened in the movie. Started in
Out there, I think.
Huh?
There you go.
We couldn't hear any of that, Mug.
So, like the last minute, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, the World War Z, it was uncanny how it's similar to what we went through COVID.
Yeah.
And it because how it starts in China, and then patient zero, and then it just spreads, and then how the systematic breakdown of the government and how the governments react in every different country, and how the U.S. particularly reacted was really, really interesting. It's almost like, wow, this is a bit prophetic, if I had, when I read that, and then if I read that back then, I think it would have been, oh my God, this is like World War Z. But what's funny is, go ahead, sorry.
The audiobook for World War Z is really, really, really good. They have like Alan Alda and a bunch of other famous people. It's worth the listen.
Yeah, I saw that Mark Hamill was in one of the cast for the voices too. I was just because I'm going through the audiobook myself. But yeah, but what's interesting is your story about the boy just kind of living a very myopic type of shut-in type of life. It reminded me of this one scene of this in Japan, the otaku. He was just on the web the entire time, being the mastermind of information while all this thing was going on. And then he noticed one day his mom would always give him breakfast and dinner outside his door. But then suddenly there's no food. The mom didn't give it to him. So he's kind of mad. So he just goes out. And then he skips the breakfast. And then at dinner time, he's now really hungry. So he just runs out quick in the kitchen and grabs an instant ramen and just eats it dry like potato chips.
Ooh.
And then he continues on for about almost like a week, I think, 3-4 days. Like there's no mom, who's giving him food. And there's a dad and a mom and everything, but he could care less. Until one day the server shuts down.
That got his attention.
And that's when he gets furious. He's he's like a spoiled kid. He's so angry. Why the heck is the server down? And he said, and the interviewer asked him, "Didn't you knew that the zombie was happening right outside the window, right?" So yeah, I was being on the web to be, to be the mastermind, like to be the one who knows the information first. He said the internet and the reactions of people and the information that he was gathering, hacking into things, was more interesting than reality.
Oh, wow.
So when the server actually went down, that's when he got really mad. He tried all his laptop, and then he realized there was no power for the first time. And he said, "That's all right, I got a backup, So, and then he finally ventures out. And when he ventures out, the hallway is like a dead body, and there are zombies coming in.
It's
And
been
that's when
so long
that's
since I
when
read it.
that's when reality hits. And then now he has to kind of like go around trying to figure out how to get out of the situation. But when they were interviewing the current otaku, he's like this Shinto kind of priest, total badass, like sword in sword, like he's like the legendary like swordsman, like master warrior. But when you hear his backstory on how he started, it was like a total otaku, like opposite of everything. But what was funny was he said, my social anxiety was so strong that despite this zombie coming at me, dead bodies everywhere in the hallway, right? When he first ventures out, he still refused to knock on the neighbor's door for help. His social anxiety was that crippling. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh God. So that kind of reminded me of your story of Grump, by the way.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
So yeah, we just, I don't know. So how'd you guys get over your social anxiety then? For you, Beth. And then we'll go with Trish after.
I think I just acknowledge that it exists. I'm not over it, but I have stuff to do. So I just kind of, all right, I guess I'm going to do it and be a weirdo at the same time.
I think it's like kind of like when we start working, right? It sounds like to me. Yeah, when you start working.
Like, in what regard? Like, because I'm always socially awkward. If I'm out there in the world, I will always say something weird. And later, I will wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you're in the shower, you're like, oh my God. And then you just like want to scratch your eyeballs out because it just dawns on you how embarrassing you were, right?
That person's going to remember that forever. Oh my
Yeah.
God. And they won't. They'll forget it the second they walk away. And, you'll never hear about it again. Or you'll be known for it in your friend circle for the rest of eternity. And that's the only way that, you come out. But, like, I try just not to, like, I try to focus on work. I try not to say anything weird. But that never happens. I always say something weird.
Yeah. I think it's because the more we try not to, like, because if you're...
The intrusive thoughts just say, no, say it. It's totally funny. It's going to be great.
Yeah, right. Do you sometimes do this, Trish, where inside that inner voice say, hey, just do it. Like, it's okay, just
what's
push
the worst
the
that can
envelope.
happen? What's the worst that can happen?
Try it. I bet it's going to be good. Just try it.
And then people are laughing and you're like, are they laughing at me or are they laughing because this was funny? Oh no. The self-doubt, it's always back there. But like COVID, I hate to say that COVID was like an excellent thing for me because like I didn't have to go out. I didn't have to talk to anybody.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't have to like be in the world and like, but I wasn't done with the world. So it was like, when we are allowed back in the world, how are we going to get back into into this again? And apparently it just took some time. We're all back into it again. I think we're doing great.
How about you, Kat? Are you an introvert?
Yeah.
You are?
Most artists are.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are, but it's like I know how to, like, I have extrovert points that I can use. Like, I have a battery. But once that battery's done, it's like I shut down like a Windows computer. I'm just like...
Oh, see, no, I wasn't expecting that because since you were traveling with your dad, since you were a fetus, I thought you would have gotten used to being out there in the world and exploring it and not afraid. So that's kind of interesting. Wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, I remember my dad, because I used to be self-conscious about it, where it's like, oh, it's just like I don't always feel like being out and about. And he told me about Prince, where Prince on stage, this huge personality, but then once he comes off stage, he's this very soft-spoken guy.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, so I'm like Prince?
You're like, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just like I always, and my dad is always very accommodating of me. So when I was like a little kid, it's like I've always been introverted. So it's like as soon as I was like, hey, it's like I'm kind of done, like I'd like to rest, it's like he would always accommodate me. I wasn't pushed. So for me, it's like a lot of my social anxiety came from being like, school and then getting like that first bit of like freedom outside of school. Where you were really forced to be in a really rigorous schedule, and everybody was like, "We're all anxious. Just get used to it."
Yeah.
And I'm in the corner, like, no.
The first time you had to order food on your own. First time you have to,
Yeah, but now it's a thing of just like
make a doctor's appointment for yourself.
Oh God. Oh Trish. Oh my God. Why are you triggering me? My biggest fear. This is as stupid as it is. My biggest fear was going to Starbucks and ordering. Yeah.
Oh terrified. God. Am I gonna order it
anywhere and ordering and you don't know exactly what you want? And it's just like I have to see the menu beforehand, or I have to stand back and read the menu.
The seconds start ticking by, you're sweating, and you're like, "Oh my God, do I order a vente? What's an ultra?"
What the fuck? What the heck is?
Which one's the smallest one? I don't know.
Yeah. God damn. And then have you noticed like the people in front of you? They're like doing so many weird instructions. I want like a latte, but no foam, but it has to be soy. And then I want a shot of this and a stack of that. I'm thinking, what is this foreign language? Do I have to?
This is how I learned to drink black coffee, because I was like so anxious. I did not want to order like venti cold foam, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to order all that. So I just was like, well, let me just get a
So I just toughed it out and learned how to drink black coffee.
Yeah.
Cold brew.
Badass.
Nothing in it.
Do you want ice in there? Do you want?
I assume cold brew comes with ice.
Oh my goodness.
And if it didn't, if they just handed it to me and it was just a lukewarm cup of like cold brew, I would just be like, okay, this is fine. And then leave.
And then you pay like $7 for it and you're dying inside. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, dying inside drinking lukewarm cold brew because I was too anxious to order ice.
Similar story.
Oh my goodness.
And then just, you take a picture of it and you go, I deserve this. Drinking sadness by myself.
Oh yeah. Gosh. Did you ever give your real name when they ask you, and what's your name? And you're like, oh my God, why do you ask my name?
Every time I say Trish, they always, like, my one friend was like, did you just say trash? I'm like, who do you know named Trash? Like, what the hell? And, so in my one friend circle, that's how I was known affectionately as Trash. And I said, it's not even worth opening my mouth some days.
Yep.
But yeah, I've said one time, because I gave them my government name like a lunatic, I said Patricia, and they spelled it with one I. So it was Patrica, and I said, oh, okay, fair. It's not the worst thing that's happened to me, but definitely awkward.
You know what's so weird? I've never seen anyone spell the names right in every coffee, Starbucks, in every state. It's so weird. And I never go by my real name because I just give up on them. So believe it or not, I have a Christian name. It's like when you get baptized in Korea, they give you an English name because you're baptized. So you're reborn in Christian, whatever. And my name was given by a nun. And it was Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, so I always went by Judy.
Huh?
And nobody ever spelled that right. It's like Julie, like weird.
Judy somehow with O's.
Judy, like Julie. Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Judy with two O's.
Yeah.
Jody.
Never Judy, never. It's weird. So now,
My
go ahead.
last name, my maiden last name was Sills. You know how many times people will put a T in there? I'm like, Stills? Okay, I don't know. You know better than me, I guess. So funny.
But the best one, so now I don't even do Judy now. I just say, "Oh, my name is Mel." Mel, I go Mel, and they're like, "Okay."
And they'll say M-A-L.
Yeah. Yeah, they had.
They put Bell.
Bell, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you were using my name.
I always use your name Mel. Look, Mel.
Huh.
Go with what's easiest, then duck and run. They'll never know.
Yeah.
I said,
you
Katie's
imagine?
asking, what was your maiden's name? Oh, and what street did you grow up on?
Huh?
They're asking
mother's
for
maiden
all of
name.
like your security questions now.
Your security questions. No, I don't need to give all that out.
That's digging deep, JD.
Your mother's maiden name. What was your dog's first name? What was your first dog's name?
Yeah.
What was the name of the first car you drove?
Yeah. What city were you born?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I always tell lies at those security questions.
What's your
But
best
then you got to
name?
remember your lies.
Yeah, and I have a way of remembering that.
In
So
my
that way I
day
don't
job,
forget.
Truth.
in my day job, I work with a software that uses knowledge-based authentication in order to access the software to use. And so when folks do it and they tell their little white lies, they can't access it, which means they have to do an in-person thing rather than a remote thing, and that makes me so mad. Because I don't like to deal with people. Like, do the computer thing. Leave me alone.
Yeah, so I guess like people like Mel would really piss you off. Like, oh God. He did too many lies and now he can't even remember his own security answer.
They're getting pretty obscure with the questions now, though. It's more like, what color shirt were you wearing on your first grade picture, or something like that? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Things
like
I couldn't remember.
What was the one? Like, it gives you like 4 addresses and it says like which one didn't you live at one point?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have no freaking clue. Like, these were 30 years apart. What the hell?
And now they're getting to the point where it's just like, what's your favorite food? And I'm like, what was my favorite food when I did fill this out?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
which dog was it that I had when I did this one?
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy says Annyeonghaseyo. Yeah.
Annyeonghaseyo,
Yeah.
Oh,
which
I'm sorry.
is hello in Korean.
And I am
The
bad at
long
Korean.
way.
Wow.
And Derek White, sounds like Mel's in the doghouse again.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I like our little like random chats. This is great. I like getting to know everybody through their random answers to their security questions.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then this one. They asked this like, what was your first car's make and model? They usually say that.
Yep.
Yeah, and you have to remember did you register it or did someone let you borrow it? Like, like what car was that? Because
I had
my first car was
mine
a
was
borrowed
a
car.
73 light blue Duster, Plymouth Duster.
Plymouth
Right.
Duster.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I will never give that up as a security answer.
I had a 1989 Ford Taurus, and it was a dog. It was just the worst.
It
wasn't even a TRO.
I think Trish, like, did you just say a long time ago that you like your husband like are into cars, so you just like get a really messed up car and then you work on it or something?
Oh yeah, fix it up. We
Yeah.
have several classics actually. He's working on a 1970 El Camino now. It's like a whole big like frame off restoration thing.
Nice.
And I helped with a 1985 Chevrolet Monte Carlo.
Oh, wow.
We got from, I don't know what these people did to it, but it had an old Pontiac big block shoved into it sideways. I don't know how it was operational. Sideways.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how it was operational. It still drove.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some fancy.
It was the dirtiest
maneuvering
I ever
there.
been in my entire life. I have never been this dirty. I helped yank this motor out. We put in I think a 305, and so it was a small block.
Yeah.
Put that in. We converted it from an LS to an SS, so we did all the put all the
Okay.
trim on. Painted it electric blue, I think electric
Ooh.
blue metallic. We did the
Okay,
wheels
nice.
in like a gunmetal. It looked really nice. The interior was gray cloth, but that's because it didn't have air conditioning and I didn't want leather in a car that was non-AC because, my God.
You Irish.
Major sweat.
Just sit inside of it for like 10 minutes on a 100-degree Maryland day and just be covered in sweat and stuck to the seat.
Yep.
But yeah,
Wait,
it was...
back then, they didn't have ACs back then?
Oh, they did, but we didn't put one in the new car when we didn't put it in it when we rebuilt it. Just because I don't think that like we were money like focused because we were trying to save some money on that one.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the El Camino and the 84 Chevy truck we have were both in the family before I came to the family. So he had those a long time. He didn't even start working on the one until the El Camino until like super recently. Tore it apart.
Did he give you like as a present, hey, this is my example of my burning love for you, Trish. Take this car out of my hands. I built this from scratch. I mean, type of thing.
Oh no. I just kind of got into the habit because I wanted to learn. First of all, part of learning like how to take care of a vehicle is learning how it goes together. You know, like what parts go where and what oil do you put in. So I'm not a complete idiot on the side of the road trying to fix my car. If I blow a tire or something, I know how to use a jack and I know how to change a tire. So all of that like came from there. And then I learned NASCAR, which was interesting. That was back in like 2001. So yeah, I mean, like all part of doing all of that was just to kind of build my knowledge too. It was very interesting to see how it all comes together. But yeah, I have a well-rounded knowledge of automotives now. Mostly Chevrolet though.
So if you were living in an alternative universe and you can get to choose again like what career you want to go to, would you have chosen the career of a mechanic?
That's hard work. But like because a lot of the shops that people work in, they're not like air conditioned. Well, some of them are now, but like they weren't back then. If I had to start over again, I mean,
instead of art.
Well, I mean, art isn't like my full-time gig. I love it and it's my passion. Art is my passion. But my mom was not very supportive growing up. She was going like she was like, "Oh, you're not going to make money in that. You got to do something that's going to be steady." So I did finance. So I went into finance because that was steady at the time.
Yeah.
Now, every 5 years, finance goes into the dump, and it's heading that way again. And I'm like, I told my boss just the other day on like we had a huddle, and I said, "Hey, you getting that feeling?
You getting that gut feeling that everything's going to collapse?
You getting that feeling that we're heading to the ground again?" And he was like, we're both like old time veterans in the finance industry, and we both have been through this like, I don't know, a dozen times. Every 5 years, my career has to start over. So it's fine, but like, I hate starting over because you always take a hit.
Yeah.
But it's it is what it is. It's stable for for its part, and then I just kind of rebuild. But it allows me like to do this without feeling like the pressure to keep it coming in all the time. So like, I love it, and I love people that do it for a living because I know that it's hard to like keep the work coming in and keep the work flowing. Keep yourself available for projects and stuff. It's hard. So, and I have mad respect for like people who do this all the time and travel to shows and do all of that. It's a very tough biz. So mad respect for all of you full-timers in this. And I guess my job is kind of full-time in this. I do work at night.
Yeah, mad respect for you too. I mean,
but
yeah.
we're doing it out here. I love. First of all, I couldn't imagine doing anything else, like with my time. Me talking too much is keeping me from being able to draw Darkwing Duck tonight, which means I'll have to come back. So.
Okay, Trish. Steve is asking, have you ever installed a custom ejector seat in place of the passenger seat to, deal with annoying shotgun riders?
No, but I learned about a cool feature that like some cars had where they had like a swivel seat where you could turn the seat so you could get out easier. I'm like, that's right on, because my old knees, they don't like to bend. But no, I wish that I could install an ejector seat. That'd be rad. Get rid of like that annoying passenger who's jabbering too much, or they have bad music taste, so just dump them out.
Yeah, well, the thing is that back in those old cars, we had those. What do you call them? It's just the one big seat in the front, right?
Oh, bench seat.
Yeah, the big bench.
The big bench seat, and I like those seats because sometimes I didn't want to eject my shotgun rider. I actually wanted her. I wanted her to move close.
Yeah, so you give it a hard turn, and then
there you go.
Put the arm out.
Yep.
And that's my move.
Yep.
Oh, that's slick, sir.
Yep.
That's
and you put that armor all on the seat, get it all greased up.
Oh my gosh. Yep. That's the move, though. That's slick.
All right, so we've got some bids in here. Let's take a look
everyone.
at
I've been
Mog.
Love seat. Steve says a love seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Mog. Okay, well, yeah, Mog. We're looking at yours. We are still looking for a bid of $50 on that. So if you want to place a bid on that, you can do so in the comments. And now let's look at Beth. Beth is working on Grump.
Yeah.
Look at that Grump.
Yeah, look at that. He's got a couple of airbags on his arms.
Yeah, safety
and
first.
One deflated one around him. Okay.
Yeah.
That too is also looking for a opening bid of 50. Go ahead and place that in comments. Okay. And now Trish has a bid of 50 from Mike Asbill.
For Ace the Bat Hound. Oh no, wait.
Bite Wing.
Not Ace the Bat Hound. I've drawn Ace the Bat Hound, and I've drawn Crypto the Super Dog a couple times. Streaky the cat. But I didn't know there was like a whole zoo of super animals. So like.
And Extraordinary is asking Trish, are you tempted to leave San Diego early to go to KCON?
Do you know that Taman will be breathing the same coast's air as us? You guys, I'm so mad. But I was tempted, but there was no way I was going to get tickets to go see Taman sing 4 songs and then make it back.
Okay, let's go to Erwin. And Silak has a bid of $50 from Mike.
That is gorgeous.
Well. That is looking nice. Okay.
Love the ink on her.
And Erwin's 2 sketch cards of Optimus Prime and Catwoman are already sold. That also went out to Mike Asbill. Quick score on the take there.
Thank you.
And then Fung Fung. Let's see what you got. Dun dun dun.
Woof.
He's all messed up. Woof. Woof woof. Okay.
Adorable.
And let's see. And no bids on that one yet either, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. All right. So that is also looking for an opening bid of 50.
Canine superhero territory.
There you go. Okay. And then last but not least, Cat with Monster Girls also has a bid of 50
Gorgeous
from Mike.
Wow.
And then we got Oliver.
Oh yeah, look at all that.
I love all the texture. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love texture. I can do texture all day, baby.
Yep,
I'm the worst because like my inks are so simple So they're just like, just the easiest lines. And then I'm like, oh, I let the colors do the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're out here
yeah.
You're out here doing the most.
Yep.
But it's also, it's like, I like hiding in the texture too, because I can sit here and just take up the marker and just go, instead of having to be like, woo, like, like the really, really good line weights. Your line weights are so sharp, like it's mwah.
We love this show. Everybody loves each other. We love
There
it.
you go.
Loving.
There you go. Okay,
Until
that was also
zombie apocalypse. Yes.
that currently has a bid of 50. Okay, and she started at low at 20, but now it is up at 50. And so we will be right back after this commercial break. Don't forget to put in #EXP Grump to get you in the running for those free giveaways. All right. So we'll see you soon after this commercial break.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
Some comic live streams seem like they're just throwing everything at the wall. Hey, you want this unknown comic? Yeah, here, how about this boring one? Found this one in a rain gutter, give me some money for it. I know this looks like a rotting sandwich, but I swear it's a comic. Pay me! But with Comic Collectibles, we know you don't just want comics, you want the right comics. You want rare variant and incentive covers, vintage books in pristine condition at prices you won't find anywhere else, and truly unique hand-drawn cover sketches by some of the most amazing artists in the business. Join Rex and his rotating cast of co-hosts live from Dynamite Entertainment headquarters for a carefully curated roster of comics that you'll only find here at Comic Collectibles. Every Monday at 6 and Wednesday at 7 Eastern Time. Part of the experience. Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Who said that?
Yeah. That was Erwin. Erwin's very quiet.
Oh,
again.
Yeah. So Trish, you know what? It's like it's kind of cool that you're actually working in finance. I just read an article today. It was a Korean article talking about how the yen is crashing like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and it said somehow it was Trump related for some reason. I don't know why. But it was an interesting thing. Like I didn't, because I never really listened to the news. But like according to yeah, go ahead.
On the travel blogs that I kind of follow, because I think that international travel is great, but I don't have a passport yet, so I can't do it. But I'm like, follow it anyway because the places are beautiful. But they always talk. They've been talking about the yen crashing and how much more affordable it is to like go to Japan and stuff now.
Yeah.
But Japan is also thinking of starting a foreigner tax, like So like imposing a huge tax on people going there because, they're suffering.
Yeah, they
while
really are. Yeah.
while everybody else is going there with all of their, $10 in their pocket or whatever and getting, I don't know what the exchange rate is, but apparently it's drastic. So,
Yeah.
but there's
150 yen. 150 yen.
whew, but people
But-
are like really taking advantage of it, and so they're like, okay, well, we're gonna, now hike
Let's
up
go crash their
tourist
economy
fees.
for fun.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
So in response for the global economy crash possible potential, because things are going crazy. I don't know if I actually read this right, but in the news article it said that Trump is proposing lowering the US dollar so it can equate everywhere. And I'm thinking,
Interesting tactic.
is that really a good idea? I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. I could be totally wrong and I misread the news, but yeah.
Well, my current focus is by finance, I mean like real estate.
Okay.
So it's like loans and mortgages and crap, and all of that stuff is just as boring. But they're projecting a possible drop ahead of the election.
Yeah.
Which could juice the sales and not necessarily sales, but like refinance market, because right now we're dead. And if I was working anywhere but where I'm working, I would have been out of a job 5 times by now. I'm so glad that I work where I work.
Interesting.
Because it is tough out there. If you
the layoffs and everything. Yeah.
Oh my god. We go with like 2008 was super terrible. I've never been through anything like that before.
Tell me about it, yeah.
Or since, and I never want to do it again. That is a ride that I do not want to go on again. But every 5 years since, it's been out of work for 6 months, out of work for 6 months, out of work for 6 months, and start over, out of work for 6 months. Oh, take a drop in pay, get desperate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a vicious cycle.
Oh my god. You got to be strong to do it too, because I'm not. I'll tell you what, art saved me every time. Art and drawing and just the toughness, the mental toughness, the hustle of what we do for comics saved me every time.
It is relaxing, even though I'm not really an artist myself. I find that very soothing. It's like when I need to find, when it gets all like really, really chaotic for me, which isn't much, but when it does, and I just want things to slow down and I just need to clear my head, that's one of the things I'll do. I'll just pick up a pencil and pick something up and then start drawing. And it just takes me away, and I'm off, and then I start getting involved in the art, looking at it, and then I start reading comics that I've got a stack of to read, and it was an escapism for me when I was young, and it still kind of serves that now, not as much, but it's still something that I enjoy.
Well, yeah, comics are, well, I mean, not just to like read them or like, but like to create them, to find the jobs, to source the work, like those things happen at the opportune moments so that you can continue to bring income into your home. I remember my first paid gig was to design some characters for like a knockoff Nintendo Wii game that was like a knockoff of like Mario Kart. It was so bad. It was so bad, but it was like little animals that were driving little go-karts.
Yeah.
And I got paid like $3,000 for this gig. And it kept me afloat for the month so that I didn't have to, get into my savings account until I got another job.
Fun for you. What was the first art piece that you got paid for? Do you remember?
It's a long time ago, but it's on the magazine. I think I drew something. It's my own story. Kind of like I forgot about it. Kind of like a suit guy, very handsome, in a published magazine. And I get 80 RMB I'm
Wow.
so happy about it. Yeah.
And
not-
and
That's so awesome.
that's what launched your art career, huh?
Yeah, starve. I
How
was
much
like
was
11 or something.
but how much could you do with 80 R, you said RB or something? How much?
It's just $10.
No, but back in Chengdu, how much, like, how can you survive on the 80? Like 1 month salary, or like what is it?
Oh, you can buy 20 males with that. Yeah.
20 mil?
Yeah.
20
Like a guy, I can buy a man.
No,
No, meals.
Male.
Meals.
Meal.
Meals.
Yeah.
So that's like 20 meals. So divided by 3, that's
That's a
about
lot.
that's close to 1 week's food then.
It's very early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything.
That's like half a Starbucks here.
20 meals. 20 meals is like what? More than 2 weeks grocery? Oh
No,
my
that's
god.
like 1 week.
It's not much money actually. I feel like. Yeah. Everything's cheap. That like 90, yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
Steve, man cost 69. Oh,
Right now, you only can buy 2 boba in China, I guess.
Oh, man. Inflation is just rough all around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting? Listening to you, Trish, about the work. I do recommend that if you guys get a chance, it could be kind of dry, but World War Z is a really good book. They were talking about how LA specifically, in the beginning, all these people, they kept on demanding the government or the state to give them more assistance because nobody could do anything. And then the guy who was in charge of it, the Reformation, he realized that, oh my God, in this we call it the post-industrial type of age that they were living in. This is like 2006. So everybody's jobs became highly specialized to the point where each job, like the only thing you do is legal. Like for example, a legal contract. You get to review a legal contract between a voice actor and hiring agent, something like that. Just that specific thing. And the more specific titleship you get, a specialized skill you have, the more money and prestige you have. So what was interesting was now everything was going to hell. All these people with the highest like resume to get into the high positions were useless because the high position they were requiring was, can you make a gun? Do you know how to plumb? Do you know plumbing?
Yeah.
Can you know how to make like conduct electricity? You know, all these like very basic. Do you know how to build a house? And it was top down, like it was instead of service, because he was talking about like the whole country was service related.
Mm-hmm.
But now they were looking for specialized labor type of related people, craftsmen and stuff like that. And all those people that were on the bottom became the teachers because he thought, okay, you know what? I can't keep giving them assistance and money and food and stuff like that. I mean, not money, food and water. I can't do this. So he started to do this where he would conduct classes and all these people would teach, who know how to do it, will teach the rest how to do these things. And but in the beginning, they said there was a huge clash because the people who were in a very top position, like executive CEO or something like Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one lady, she got into a particular like rage, like she was throwing a tantrum at the instructor who was a lady, and she kept calling her Magda. You know, I'm not gonna listen to Magda. Like I worked this and this, and I made so much money that you guys like can't even imagine. Why do I have to listen to Magda? Turns out Magda was her cleaning lady. So stuff like that.
Do you notice like that's kind of how we're doing things today? Like in a post-COVID society, a lot of the vocations that people had to do, like fixing cars or, even nurses and doctors, anything that was considered a necessary had to stay out there in the world. They should have all been really elevated. It just kind of, it blows my mind how vocation always got pushed aside as something that was done by lessers and people who didn't have a lot of education.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing.
Things like fixing cars or fixing plumbing or electrical work,
even gardening.
What's interesting though is that we're seeing like the prices on products and goods going through a dramatic increase in the last few years, and it's made me wonder that it's going to price itself out, right? And when that does, we will be left to trying to figure out how to do these things ourselves, grow our own food, fix our own things. And then now those things of the higher, what we call higher skills may not be needed, because now what we really need are just those basic skills in order just to survive and get by. Right, so
your average CEO is going to be worthless, while your guy who cuts your grass or your person who tends your garden.
And when that happens, the world is going to change, because we're not going to be making that kind of income to support the kind of governments that we have now as well. There's going to be some big changes if that were really to happen. But it's something that I keep wondering and looking at exactly, like, where is this all going as these prices continually go up, and just creating a different or a greater separation between the have-nots and haves. So,
yeah. And
I love how random this conversation is too. So great.
It's all because of Beth. Beth triggered the memory. Your story about Grump. Back to your lovely, amazing Grump. By the way, guys, who are
it's a story I can relate to. So many tales of loneliness right now.
that which is interesting, because there are more lonely people today than before.
Yeah, that too. So
we don't have the community support like we used to have. We've moved away from it as we've tried to provide services to the people. But it's interesting. It's interesting how we're moving, where we're going. But let's. It is 8:35, so I don't want to take too much away. But let's do the giveaways now while I can still remember to do those. And let us start with the. Let's see if I can get my list here. The Vampirilla poster, JD. Let's roll that out. There you go. That is an original. Okay, back from early 90s.
It's a vintage.
Yeah, it is vintage. If you haven't yet, it's not too late to put in #EXP Grump, and that will get you in to the drawings for the free giveaways. And this one is going to JT James. Thank you. Okay. Now, don't forget to fill out the form, so that way we know exactly where to send this to. On the giveaways, shipping is taken care of by whoever's sending it out to you, so you don't have to do anything. All right, next on the list is the Visions number 25, featuring the X-Men.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to reading Gail Simone's X-Men when that comes out, I believe, next week. All right, so let's go ahead and roll this out.
When was this published? Early 2000s or 90s?
Yeah, 2000. This one isn't that vintage.
But exactly 2000?
No. Lyle Hobson wins this one. Thank you for that.
Go, Lyle.
Woohoo. Okay, now we have the Grump sticker and bookmark to give away.
Yep, that's the one.
There, look at that. Okay. All right, so if you haven't yet, #EXP Grump. Well done, well done. Get that in there. Here we go, rolling. For the combo. Tony Anderson takes
Tony
that.
Anderson. Congratulations.
All right. And now we have a 76-page art book from Mr. Irwin Papa. Gangster Boys.
Look at that.
Boom, boom. Let's roll for that.
Oh, dang. Look at that Panthro.
Dang.
Nice.
Badass. Transformers?
All kinds of stuff in there.
Oh, that's so
my
rad.
God.
Boom.
Wow.
It is giving, what was that?
Here we
what
go.
was that race car mascot? Rat Fink?
Yeah, Rat
Some of that?
Fink.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought Short Circuit was going to win that one. Derek Neiman takes that away.
Thank you.
So don't forget, guys, to
Congratulations.
go ahead and put that into the, fill that magic foam out once JD gets that back out there. That was pretty sick. Tony Anderson takes a bid of 50 on Grump.
Yay!
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes.
Wow.
Good
Now
job,
that's
Tony.
a combo.
Because he's gonna get the whole set.
Yeah, so now he's getting the whole Grump package tonight.
The whole Grump experience.
Awesome,
The
Tony.
whole
If
experience.
he wins, they still got time. He might get outbid. You don't know,
You
But
get
right
an
now
original.
he's in the running. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Okay, nicely done. Wow, you got it all colored too and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, is that sparkle
Nice.
gold? Is it
Yeah,
gold?
this stuff is amazing.
What is that? Oh my God! I want to
It's
get
just
that.
powdered magic.
Oh, okay. So it has the powder in there to make that shine.
Ah, the
Yeah.
pigment.
Yeah.
Yes. I have the same thing here, but I got copper.
Oh,
Oh, that's so cool.
Yep. I
But
love
this
them.
This is like 100% pure, and then they sell silver, and then they say the silver is 100% pure as well. So is that gold 100% pure?
I got, what do I have here? Okay, they're both called, copper and gold. And I think there's a light and a regular gold or something.
You got copper
Okay.
too?
I got rich gold and copper. I don't know about purity or anything, but they're shiny.
Okay. Wow. You know what? I'll just put some dabs on Batman.
Damn it. Yeah.
They're just sparkly. Wow, look at that.
Bedazzled Batman.
Bedazzled.
Oh.
Bedazzled bats.
Oh, there you go. Mark putting on some. Is that the gold or the copper you're putting on there?
This is pure 100% copper. Pure.
You're 100% copper, and she's still looking for an opening bid of 50.
It's okay. I think I'll keep
Yeah.
this.
So now,
Yeah.
and that's what they're saying is that if it doesn't sell here, we'll sell it at the cons, and at the cons, it's a whole lot more.
Oh my God, they look so good. Better on black. I just realized.
Well,
these,
they
high
are
contrast.
shiny. Mhm.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he's stepping out of some shiny fire.
Yeah. He's like hell. Coming back from hell.
Okay, now Tony is pushing it. He's going, "Hey Beth, you gonna hook me up with one of those screwed up stickers?"
Oh, Tony asked that?
Yeah. Tony asked that. He's getting sick now.
Okay.
Oh, Erwin.
The mess up ones? Is that what he's asking about? Because this isn't the same sticker, but it's the same sort of design. They messed up an entire order by printing the mask on top of everything, so it was a white silhouette over the hollow foil, and it looked like I hadn't unlocked the character yet. So I thought that was maybe what he was talking about.
Character selection fail.
Exactly. It's sticker wrap. They made it right. They sent me a whole new order, and I recommend them. But
Recommend sticker wrap.
Wow.
Sticker wrap is awesome.
Sticker mule fail.
But I was curious since if he knew the whole backstory. That was interesting.
Yeah, did you read that from Steve Vendetta? Beth, when Grump ventures into the deep, dark, enchanted woods, behold, Forest Grump.
Oh, no.
Oh man, bump.
Oh,
that was ingenious.
You know what though? I liked it. That was good.
Yeah, that was funny. I gotta say that was funny.
That was really good. You know what? I would like to hear one day is Erwin's voice but
if he gets it back.
I know.
Well, let's go around the room, see how everybody's drawing is. And there's Beth's. That currently has a bid of 50 from Tony Anderson.
Tony Anderson.
Right, if you want to bid on that, the next bid we're looking for is 55. We do take those in $5 increments. Okay, and that is, with everything else that's going on tonight, a steal of a deal.
I know.
Right.
I want that. Like gold. Oh my god.
All right,
love
let's
those
go
accent
to.
Yeah.
Let's see, who should we go to next? Cat.
Hi.
That too has a current bid of
Yeah,
50.
he's all done.
Yeah, and that looks good just like that because of all
You
the
don't have to do
detail that's
anything
in
to
there. That is beautiful, gorgeous.
I always have lots of fun, like giving them just like huge tails and like
Right.
pretty.
And you know how to lead that eye through the page too, because my eye is just going around in circles, taking up everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just I want your eye to start here, and then you get lost in the sauce.
That's
and
right.
Then you go back
get lost
here,
in the details
and you
you
do
come
it again.
back. Exactly. Repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Let's go to Erwin, who's working on a Psylocke, which currently has a bid of 50 from Mike as well.
Wow, gorgeous.
She's giving like that, like 80s, 90s, like kind of vaporwave kind of. I almost want that,
oh man, Erwin, seriously.
I almost want that like blue, like the lines and then the, like purple squiggles and the triangles to be behind her.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Or like
try that.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
But that is good. Okay. And I see that currently has a bid of 50.
You could leave it just like that, color her lips red, and then bam.
Oh my god, can you do that now?
That's up to him.
He's like me.
Nope, not now. And let's go to Fung, who was working on Ace. Dun, dun, dun. He's got more color in there. Is that a cat? Oh no, that's the wolf.
He's a German Shepherd, isn't he?
No, I was thinking of the way how she circled the wolf.
Oh, wolf.
It kind of looked, because I think part of it was blocking, it kind of looked like it was a cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
There you go. That currently has a bid as well. For 50. Oh, no, that doesn't have a bid yet. That we are looking for an opening bid of 50 on that.
Look at him.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
If not, that's going to go for $100 at San Diego. All right. Woof, woof.
Woo-hoo. Big dog.
All right, let's look at who do we have? Oh, Trish. Bitewing. Has 50 from Extraordinary. Nothing extraordinary from that. About that.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's out here, or she's out here, fighting crime.
Oh.
Wow, that's so amazing.
I'm gonna put
Dun,
some
dun, dun.
paint accents on her, and then we'll
Nice.
be all wrapped up.
Got the pink ears as well.
Yeah.
Going nicely with the blue.
I can feel the power.
All right, last but not least, let's look at Mog. She just put the gold in on her Batman.
It looks
Look
like
at that.
Coming out of hell. Spawn.
It's like Bat Spawn.
Yeah. This looks like
Yeah,
Spawn.
because that's what is that in the back with the gold? That's not his cape, is it?
Flames. I was thinking
It's
like
flames, so it's gold flames.
Yeah,
I'm not that
Copper.
rich. Copper.
Copper flame.
Copper flames.
Copper flame.
So he's on fire.
Very metal.
Coming out of the
Batman metal.
I'll just call this
Ooh.
Batman mashup. Like I'm gonna make it Spawn.
Brutal bats.
Yeah, just freaking gonna kill you now. He's just
He's
There you
changed
go,
his
guys.
rules. Now he's into killing things.
Exactly.
Batman don't kill.
No, this one does. It's
yet.
Spawn. Have Spawn.
This alternate universe Batman loves to murder things. He
Yeah,
loves murdering.
that's right. Exactly.
And he looks fabulous doing it.
Yep.
He's like raging. He's an incarnate of rage,
He's just, emanating just the worst energy right now. We love
Yeah,
that for him.
Exactly. I'm channeling all my worst energy. But anyway, Trish, so back to the thing, the World War Z. So in the beginning it was tough. Later on, everybody started to learn how to, with the education, learn how to make shoes, clothing. Like there's no monetary system anymore. So it's just like a barter. So it's a trade, right? Everything is trade.
Mm-hmm.
And then strangely, everybody, they said that start to feel a lot of pride. Like they feel really happy. They'll say, you see that window? I built that. They get to say that. And then you see those, the shoes that you're wearing? Like they were interviewing I think the mayor. It's like, I made that shoe. Like, and he's proud of it. And so even like people who are in high office position, even the mayor, like he would in the off time, he would make shoes or the T-shirt, he would make it. And they begin to discover the joy of just actually making an impact physically.
Being able to participate in society again in a level that actually benefits people.
Yeah. They were just saying they were super happy. Like just like being able to make sure that the toilet works and stuff like that. Just the food that the peas you're eating, I grew those peas, stuff like that. They take a lot of pride.
Like we all do right now. Like we're all creating things with our hands. We're all using our imaginations.
Exactly.
Bringing something to life here.
Back true to form, we need our artisan villages. We need our villages where we can just go in and just be like, okay, I need a haircut, I need a new wheel on my car, and I need groceries.
Yes. My hairstylist needs to be able to change oil and
yeah, like a trade. Hey, can you do my hair and I'll I don't know.
Oh yeah, like I'll cut your grass or I'll plant a tree in your yard if you cut my hair.
Yeah. Oh, I'll cook for you or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like you cook for me, I'll watch your kids. Like it's there's always something that you can give back.
Yeah, and I think for artists like us, we'll probably be we'll probably do like the same thing. We'll have multiple jobs, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I paint this thing badass out of hell Batman on your wall, and you give me 6 months worth of pork supply.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty expensive.
Hey, this is worth it, okay? This is original OG. You never get this. And by the way, my life expectancy is very short, so
I gotta get it all in one go.
Dude, you don't know, like this thing on your wall is gonna become like legit. So come on.
It's gonna be worth a lot more when I'm gone. So like
Yeah.
To pay up.
Sorry, that's not a guarantee.
Oh, don't keep it real for us. We don't like that. Let us live in our fantasy world.
Yeah, and you know what? Because I finally got this book, Your Brain on Art. So it's the neuroscience part of why we are inclined to do art and why we love art. And they're doing some medical researches, and then anything that we see something that's strikingly beautiful, it actually elevates our mood and helps heal our body faster. So if I put this Batman, this hell out of bat, this Batman on the wall, I'm healing you.
I'm healing you.
You're healing through Hellspawn Batman.
Exactly.
He's giving you energy. I didn't say it would be positive energy.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's giving you some energy.
Oh, speaking of energy, I had a weird thing, and I feel terrible. Like I worked on this commission like a Catwoman, and I made it into my own style watercolor, and I gave it to this couple, to the lady specifically. And then at DenverCon just recently, the husband came back. Oh no?
Yeah, I don't think you should tell that. I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind. I won't say it. Sorry.
Yeah. But so anyway, it was a nice piece, and we've made prints of it, because it looks so good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
So
cool.
if you want to see that, you can come and see that at the cons that we're going to be at next, which will be Las Vegas for us. Next week, while everybody is at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll be here because so that way we can keep the show going. And we will have Frank Martin will be here as our special guest. Anthony Paz will be joining us as the artist on the block with Jen Leonard, John Stinsman, and Stephen Yu. So if you're not at San Diego next week, hopefully you can join us. And we can have some fun right here.
I forgot to ask. So Beth, like, I don't know if I heard it, if I missed hearing this. So did you do a Kickstarter on your Grump series, or?
Yeah, the Kickstarter was for a digital version, actually. So that was a long time ago. That was funded, and it took a while after that to save up to do an actual print run. And I didn't do a Kickstarter for that. I just kind of paid for it. It seems to work out okay doing it that way. Just small runs here and there.
Yeah.
Because we're getting ready to do our own art book, and I'm looking at the cost of it. It's really not that much. If you just want to do, like even just like 100 copies, if you're established enough, you should be able to get that back really quickly.
For what, an art book?
Yeah.
Oh, I love self-publishing. I did my art book through Smart Press. Like, I laid it out, or my friend helped me lay it out because I suck at like Illustrator, and she is great with it. So she laid out all my pieces, and then I had it printed. It's like comic book size.
Yeah.
65 pages. Matte. It was like matte finish on the front with spot gloss, and I think it was like $7 a book.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's not bad at all, right? And
and full color, obviously. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. That makes it really very inexpensive.
And then while I'm waiting for book 2, I made this little zine thing. These are a lot easier. You just
zines are great.
Yeah, you just print them out on one 11 by 17 sheet of paper, and then you do some crazy folds.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
You got a zine.
Oh, a little dog.
Yeah.
It's
so
how do you get it?
This is like the what happens between book 1 and book 2. Grump's pretty excited about telling us 3 important rules for dog owners. Captain had a bit of an incident, so he's got mechanical legs there. But the whole book is like what Grump considers to be helpful tips. How to clean your dog's robotic parts. Everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know how to do that.
Don't forget to put oil on his little joints.
Yeah, and then everyone has a poop pickup machine.
Oh gosh,
he's showing off his.
That's the deluxe model.
Yeah. So while you're in between making your big runs of books, do these little zines and in between.
That's rad.
Nice.
Idea.
Very good. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming this week. We really appreciate having you guys here, and we definitely would like to have you back, Beth, as well. Right, so we want to thank you guys for all the bids, and make sure you fill out that form if you haven't done so yet. Good luck to everyone heading out to San Diego next week. I hope you guys make a ton of money, and we will see you guys after that. Right? And be sure to check out all the artists that we have here tonight. Give them some love, give them support. We love having you guys with us. All right. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Take care.
Good night.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.